India's COVID-19 vaccine shortage appears to be easing after a chaotic start to the national immunisation programme. Inoculations have outpaced new registrations over the last 2 weeks. Many people struggled to book vaccination slots after they were opened up to the country's entire adult population last month. Vaccination centres also had to close because they didn't have supply. But that's changed because of ramped-up production at local vaccine manufacturer, the Serum Institute of India. The company is on course to produce at least 100 million doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine from next month. India aims to immunise all adults by the end of the year. Ishan Garg joins us live now from New Delhi for more. Ishan, more vaccines on the way. Now we hear Moderna has gotten approval.
Absolutely. Moderna's approval is certainly big news for India. For now, it's going to be imported under a commercial license with the Indian pharma maker Cipla, but the government has said that the approval also opens up the path for different types of import as well. We have seen in the past Moderna saying that it's willing to supply vaccines to India under the COVAX facility. So that's another route through which the Moderna vaccine could come to India. Or if they are being given out by countries such as the United States as donations to India, that could be a third route as well. And this is going to be a very important arsenal in India's vaccine. India's quiver of vaccines, really, because this particular vaccine, Moderna, has shown impressive results against the Delta variant. But for now, the burden of supply really rests on the Serum Institute of India, which is bulk manufacturing the Oxford AstraZeneca shot. And the supply is going to be bound up, as you pointed out, to 100 million, and compared to where it was just 2 months ago at 64 million, that's going to be a huge bump up. And at the same time, the Indian government is also banking its hopes on 2 more India-made vaccines, one produced by Biological E and another by Zydus Cadila. So all of these vaccines in combination are going to give the Indian government a breadth of choices to supply to beneficiaries. And the hope really is that by the end of the year, all adults will be vaccinated. But experts are saying that while supply may not be a problem down the line, what will be a problem is going to be vaccine hesitancy, especially in rural areas where scientific illiteracy is on the rise. Many people do not trust vaccines. So that's going to be another challenge for the government going forward.
Challenges certainly remain, but at the same time, Ishan, there is hope now that a third wave might be less dangerous than previously thought.
Absolutely. And part of the reason why a third wave might be less dangerous is because the second wave was extremely devastating. The government had said in the past that at least in urban centers, they are seeing some level of infection saturation, which essentially meant that most people couldn't get infected to the virus because they've already been exposed to it once, which on one side meant that the virus would go on to ravage rural areas. But latest data models have shown that because of sparse population in rural centers, the spread of the virus is not as bad there. And secondly, there's the case for vaccination. Government data suggests that people above the age of 45, almost 50% of them have received at least 1 dose. People over the age of 65 have also 50% of them have received at least 1 dose. So in terms of the severity, these are the most vulnerable groups who are now protected to a certain degree from the virus. But of course, the challenge here is going to be protecting people between the ages of 18 and 45, because only 15% in this age group have received vaccine shots. So going forward, experts are saying that third wave might not be as deadly, but of course, the government also needs to look out for the Delta Plus variant, which is supposed to be more transmissible and could have increased severity.
Ishan, thank you for that update. Ishan Garg there in New Delhi.